7 games. They played 4 straight against ranked opponents prior to the Florida State game. Let's check out the starting lineups for Duke. Thornton, Jones, Allen, Ingram, and Plumlee. Pittsburgh at 19-8. They've got Robinson, Jones, Artis, Young, and Maya. Jamie Dixon's team is 8-7 in the ACC. They've dropped 4 of their last 6. Started the season at 14-1. They've gone 5-7 since that point. This is a pivotal one here today for Pitt.
You can feel it yesterday in practice. Sense of urgency. Really concerned about the dribble drive ability of Duke, and rightfully so.
For Dixon and the Panthers, it was an emotional loss against Louisville. They had the lead. And Billy, as you said, they got after it at practice. He felt the guys really responded well. Pitt and Duke playing for the 15th time. 3rd time within the ACC. Duke controls the tip here in Pittsburgh.
Ryan Eagle. The Pittsburgh Panthers go. A little bit of it. Ball screen, slip to the goal. Plumlee does a nice job saving possessions too, slapping back, hides on that baseline for finishes.
Duke coming off an 80-65 win over Florida State. Plumlee put up excellent numbers in that game. 13 points, 10 rebounds. Jump shot, Ingram, no. Rebounded by Artis.
That's a big job. Rebounding the defense, but more so on the offense. But Pitt very good, but has to finish the deal.
The pull-up puck. It goes. Michael Young drains it. Averaging 16 points per game. But Young, last 6, is right around 12.5 per game.
Bert, he can really drag the defender, too. You got to play him outside and in. And a little walk, but a good show. Rafael Maya. Big time. He really shows well, and he covers, too. Gets back to the deep part of the defense.
The part of the stigma right now that Pittsburgh is trying to overcome, 0-6 against ranked opponents this season. So as you're trying to build a resume, you need a W that connects, like that jumper from Artis.
Boy, they are bookends, those 2 guys. They're really solid, able to stretch and also post.
Jamel Artis, the junior from Baltimore, averaging 15 points per game. He gives Pittsburgh a 5-0 lead. Allen walking a tightrope, and it's out of bounds.
Really, the defender has to close out a little bit because of the drive draw. Just a overreaction, able to spot up and nail him. A terrific start of your Pittsburgh. You know you needed one. There's this solid defensive team. Duke, some wrinkles, Mike's added. I think they should all 3/4 court press, occasionally zone. I've actually seen them, Bird, with a 1-3-1 defense. A heresy.
That's not allowed?
Not in his rule book, anyhow.
3 possessions for Duke, 1 shot, 2 turnovers. Robinson, best career assist-to-turnover ratio in college basketball history.
Nice job with the overload. Got to go.
Shot clock winding down. Young makes his move. Contested. It's an air ball and a shot clock violation against Pitt.
Duke really can stretch you out there. Terrific. Individually, they're so tough. Contain their own man. Everybody has their own responsibilities. How good is this kid, huh? Ingram, just love watching him play. Plays a lot of positions, can beat you in so many ways.
Ingram leads all ACC freshmen in scoring, 3-point shooting, rebounding, and minutes.
Was the ISO for him, and almost a knockdown.
Rebounded by Jones. Pitt pushes it up the floor, going for the steal. Knocked out of bounds. Thornton touches it last. Pitt retains.
Well, they feel they can push a little bit, occasionally get an easy basket, Pitt. Duke is terrific. Going to the rim, occasionally you can get a run out against them.
Duke missed its first 9 shots against Florida State, then shot 51% the rest of the way. 0 of 2 here early.
A nice little help by Ingram.
Young draws a triple team. Open look. Maya!
See, Ingram that time stayed too long. Forgot his individual responsibility.
The big man from Brazil. Played his first 3 years in the Ivy League at Brown. Grayson Allen, big part of the storyline here. Allen, corner pop, doesn't go for Thornton.
The other way, Fred. Jones with the push-off. Well, once in a while, you overreact. If you don't double, you scrape, you pay for it. See this location here? I just stretches out, and that is a tough angle for the knockdown by the big guy.
Allen was not suspended for his trip of Florida State's Xavier Rathan Mays. But there was a reaction from the ACC, a reprimand that did not turn into a suspension. Young, the flip. Pittsburgh, red hot to open things up. 4 of 5 from the field. They've got a 9-0 lead.
Now, we'll get a chance to talk about Allen in a moment. I'm sure he'll be doing some things with good penetration here. I think Allen's got to keep busy.
Allen comes in averaging 20.9 points per game. Ingram.
Nice help.
Off the double, nobody home. Allen trying to save it. Thornton. Backcourt violation, and Duke struggling to find their footing.
Just a terrific reaction defensively on the low box area. Go down there and scrape it. Allen trying to communicate on the save and does the right thing, but the foot, the puppy reveals the truth.
Allen had the better angle than Thornton, and he knew it. 9-0 lead for Pittsburgh. Artis is fouled from three-point territory.
Well, they really feel prepared, don't they? They have that look about them, getting good, solid opportunities. Just amazing. They're forwards. They really don't have a back-to-the-basket center, so they can really do it off the dribble, put you in position that's difficult, and both are very good, Artis and Young, putting that baby down on the deck.
And it's the second foul on Jones. This is not a deep Duke team. They play Luke Kennard and a little bit of Chase Jeter, and that's it.
And Bert, you had mentioned Allen's situation. You know, this is one of those deals where there's an opportunity for a coach. And knowing Mike for years, not as a player, you know he brought him in and discussed this thing. He doesn't like anything that's against the rules. And this young guy, everything leads to a situation like that. There's a lot of banging going on prior to it. And this is a young guy that just plays hard. Every building he goes in now, because the kid has become a star, basically, in the college ranks.
Was it a suspendable offense in your eyes?
I don't think so, because there's other things that led to it. It's not one of those things, maybe a flagrant one kind of a situation, but you know, there are flagrant twos that are far worse that happened during the course of a season. And I'm not defending him. It's just poor judgment on his part. But that's not the style of play that he has, nor that Duke tolerates either. So we're going to just see a nice run. He'll start playing, just playing basketball hard.
Kennard in. Matt Jones sits for Duke. Hardy missing on his last attempt at the free throw line. And Duke still looking to get on the board. 0 of 3 from the field. 3 turnovers for the Blue Devils.
Well, the other thought, too, because it is Duke, there's a lot more attention to a situation like that versus another program.
Kennard against Robinson. Instant offense? No. Plumlee secures it.
Nice save.
Ingram fires. He's got it. A 3.
And Luke's the guy they want him to be really aggressive. They love to see him get a couple of back-to-back solid games. He's been up and down on occasion. But really, they've worked hard at him being more aggressive on the offensive end.
Kennard had 12 in the win over Florida State on Thursday night. Crossover by Young. Plumlee holds his ground. Working around the perimeter. Jones gets a touch for Pitt.
And Jones can put it on the deck, make a shot as well.
6 to shoot. Jones fake on Kennard. Pretty.
Nice job. A lot of confidence. Burly type of body, but under control. Solid delivery.
Multi-dimensional swingman Chris Jones gives Pittsburgh a 12-3 lead. Pitt is 5 of 6 from the field.
Here's the horn set. See if you give him a little screen, get Allen going a little bit.
Allen
off the dribble.
Young there defensively. Now Ingram, drive and kick. Allen spots up, corner pop, knocks it down. It's a 3.
What a quick release. Hit him right in the shooting area. Kennard with a nice look. The knockdown. Number 3.
Shooting it at 42% from downtown. 12-6 advantage for Pittsburgh. We mentioned Duke plays about 7 guys. Pitt plays 11. Artis to the hoop.
What a great job avoiding the shot block with a little dipsy-do. That's an area that Pitt has become good. Whether they finish is either a victory or a loss, I think.
Jamel Artis over 1,000 career points. Ingram, little bump on the outside from Young. Thornton, that's an air ball from the freshman.
Nice closeout, though, by Robinson.
Pitt has scored on 7 of its 8 possessions so far. Robinson, the jumper. He cans it.
Great without the basketball. That's really nice when your point guard can use the screen and maneuver properly.
And the lead balloons to 10. Allen, here's the boos from the zoo. Kennard, ball movement. Thornton lost it.
Got no numbers. Pretty good balance here.
Robinson, the curl to the rim. Scoop there defensively, and he traveled. Turnover from Pitt.
Well, anytime you get an easy basket around the rim, the bigs are eliminated. Good understanding of what to do at the rim. You can just see a distant, no size, Plumlee outside. Terrific start by the Panthers.
Hey there, can I help you with anything?
Hey, Siri, what's AT&T's latest offer?
Oh, I don't.
You know, we talked about this earlier. Mike's one of those guys that he lays it on the line, and then you go forward. That's not the type of thing that he tolerates, nor does he expect from his players. And I think the league handled it right. You know, this is a kid that every building he goes in now, you know, he's a target. You've heard it here, for example. A lot of things lead up to people doing silly things in basketball. And that's one of the things he's really improved at, is driving to the rim. And this kid's a keeper. I mean, solid, great example of college basketball. So, you know, knowing Mike, and he spoke to both of us, they're going to move on. Hopefully he can handle it, cope with it, and do the right thing from here on in.
Grayson Allen took a back seat last year in the championship run, but you saw flashes of his ability. So aggressive going to the rim. Jump shot is off the mark. 16-6 advantage for Pitt.
Pitt very lucky, though. Got over there late on Allen's open look.
Ryan Luther is in for Pitt, along with Sterling Smith.
Luther really a spark. Kick and step out a little bit. Bites you with threes. Not too many, though. Only 6 for the year, but just a tough competitor.
Sheldon Jeter's been a terrific 6th man. He's in there as well for the Panthers. Jump shot. Robinson sticks it from long range.
There's one of those kids, they want him to score, but don't do too much. They get everybody else involved, but he can step up and hurt you.
He has been such a steady leader over 4 years for this Pitt program. Allen, the drive, tried to go high off the window. The floater doesn't go. Plumlee hits the deck. And Pitt coming down the floor quickly, 5-on-4. Artis steps into it. Off the rim. Luther trying to grab it. Kennard's got it for Duke.
Kennard really has got so good with the dribble. Here's another opportunity by him. Everybody knows he's got that great stroke, and he owns you with the ability to put it on the deck and get by, the blow by.
And Luke Kennard at the free throw line. He's been the best free throw shooter in the ACC this season. Kennard at 89%. So a pair for Luke Kennard out of Franklin, Ohio. Is your team in the tourney? What seed and where? Get the CBS Sports app for the latest projection. Download it now. Never miss a moment or update. Cameron Johnson in the game for Pitt.
Heard this kid almost 3,000 points. Totally amazing. Just a wonderful free throw stroke, as well as the long jumper.
Two-time Ohio Mr. Basketball behind just John Diebler, all-time scoring leaders in Ohio high school basketball history.
You thought I misled you. That's a 1-3-1, by the way. Just so you know.
You're all over the scouting report, Raf.
Wide open corner or wing look on if you move the ball.
And it's Cameron Johnson. Knocks it down from long range. His dad Gilbert played at Pitt. He's out of Moon Township. Pitt is 9 of 12 from the field.
Say Johnson, he had a bank 3 against the Kids. Don't want to bring that up, but a hustle kid too.
Thornton on the outside. 10 to shoot. Kennard lines it up. Book it. A 3.
How pretty is that? Get up on that left hand. See what he can do with the right.
McDonald's All-American averaged 38 points per game in his senior year at Franklin.
You know, Mike's so short-handed. A lot of these defenses he'll use.
Known as the Oakland Zoo, and they're up close and personal here with us.
Why did you look at me when you said zoo? You think I'm a lawyer?
I don't know. I felt that you somehow connected to that.
Well, I do relate to these kids, but how about Fitzgerald? I loved it. Freezing cold at times. There was the no heat. Shattered in, put it up on occasion to save money. Nice inside pass. Thought he may have won. They got a little rattle of the puppies by the big guy. That's that wall up. Not giving any ground. Keep those arms. Nice job by Luther here. A little body rub. Good call. Brian Kersey on top of it.
And the 5th turnover for Duke matches their total against Florida State the other night. Johnson way outside.
Might end up a corner jumper and occasional offensive rebound on that weak side.
11-point lead for Pitt.
It'll make you lose a little clock, though, with this D. Nice entry.
And the jam. Ryan Luther attacking the rim.
Well, you get to that elbow, and the bigs present themselves. Major attack.
24-11 Pitt. They had a 10-0 lead to open up. It took Duke 4 minutes and 10 seconds to score.
This individual D on the penetration thus far. Thornton gets a look.
Run and gun, though, for Duke.
Mike is just trying to get a mileage and steal some time with this 1-3-1. Less people that come up with a steal here.
Allen does steal it. Kick out Ingram. Woo. Book it, a 3.
Now, in my era, that would be a bad shot, but generally speaking, that's a while ago.
When is your
I'm not sure. I spanned a lot of eras, but age-wise, that is. But nice little kick. Kennard on the money. And really nobody at the rim, but unerring by Ingram.
Damon Wilson now running the show here for Pitt. He's the freshman from Powder Springs, Georgia.
Southpaw can stroke it.
Lines it up. Luther tried to tip it in. And Thornton comes out of the pack with it.
They get it opposite if they go.
Thornton goes behind the back. Luther there with the help.
Kennard's one of those guys you want to have the ball when he's free. Such a pure delivery. It'll really stretch you because of the ability to shoot it and drive it.
Plumlee, the back tap off the Ingram miss. Allen kicks it out. Kennard nails it. It's a triple for Luke Kennard. They averaged 9 3-pointers per game. #1 in the ACC, and they're climbing back into it.
And they are one of the great teams in the country, particularly Plumlee, saving a possession. And why not when you got steady Luke to deliver the money. A little nylon by the southpaw. Ooh, tough look.
Out on the town or in for the night, AT&T helps keep everyone connected. Right now at AT&T, buy one, get one free on our most popular smartphones. No matter how you hang out, share every minute of it. Buy one, get one free on our most popular smartphones. And right now, get up to $650 in credits per line to help you switch to AT&T.
Nine-2 run for Duke. For Pitt, here's the tournament profile. 1-6 against RPI top 50 competition. We told you about their record against ranked opponents right now on the bubble for the NCAA tournament 2 weeks from now on CBS. We'll have the selection show for you.
I had a defense. Nice entry pass. Got to finish. Young with an opportunity of a lifetime right at the rim. But I had to defend you when you brought that stat up to Jamie Dixon.
Was that you? That was you that had my back. I didn't realize.
I put you behind me just to protect you.
It didn't feel that way in the meeting, but now that you mention it. Michael Young, couple of free throws, shoots it at 78%. Tuesday on CBS, a case that's open and shut is anything but. On an all-new NCIS, that's Tuesday at 8, 7 Central, only CBS. Michael Young from Duquesne, Pennsylvania, grew up 12 miles from the Pitt campus and grew up a Panthers fan. So living a dream and delivering as well year in and year out. Young's been terrific for Jamie Dixon.
Well, he had the three. Tough shot.
Running one-hander, doesn't go. Popped up in the air. Ingram unable to finish. Duke is 5 of 11 on three-pointers, 0 of 4 two-pointers. The jumper, silky smooth from Chris Jones.
That's all set up by Young. His ability to rebound and push it, give that open look opportunity.
Jones making his 5th straight start, and the offensive numbers have improved. Pitt is 4 of 6 from long range. Ingram. Foul was called before the shot, but it shows you the abilities of Brandon Ingram.
Bird, his length, his arms, permitted him to make that shot. I know it was disallowed. That's that ISO they like to run for him. Pinch post entry. Before he takes 2 steps, he's right at the rim.
2 fouls on Jeter, so Ryan Luther back in. Allen will get a breather for Duke. Ingram, 7-foot 3-inch wingspan. Ingram again. And a foul called on his way to the rim.
What would be your wingspan?
I measured it. It's 5'9".
It's a little less than it. It is amazing what he can get done, though. The strides and length, full extension.
12-point lead for Pitt. We'll hit the 8-minute mark of this first half.
Jeter on the floor has really played well of late, too. Nice step work.
Left hand. And a foul called. Robinson got shoved. Chased Jeter in the game for Duke. And will step aside with 7:55 to play. First half in a 12-point game.
Why do theater?
Get the big guys involved. I think they're doing that with Ingram lately.
Ian Eagle, Bill Raftery. Want to thank Landmark event staff for security as well behind us. Bill, did you ask for that?
You have stock in that. I'm sure. Knowing you. I always need help on the road. You know that?
29-17 Pitt.
At least getting home, I knew that.
In a fast-moving first half. We're down to 7:40 to play. And the steal, Thornton gets tripped on the play, stepping in front of Robinson.
That's a good foul, essentially. Don't get a run out, but just reading, a little lazy. Right here, just terrific pressure on the ball by Plumlee. And Thornton really doesn't need the guide hand out there. Can run right through it. A good giveaway.
Now they're dealing with a wet spot on the floor near the midcourt line. 5 team fouls against Pitt. Allen remains on the Duke bench. And no Emil Jefferson once again. The mystery as to whether or not Jefferson is going to return for Duke. Jefferson has missed the last 20 games. Fractured his foot in mid-December. And they miss him. They miss his leadership, and they miss his production on the floor.
He was the connection with Mike about what's going on with the team, what he'd like to get. And Mike telling both of us he just can't do certain things with the foot. They've had him involved a little bit in practice, but just not necessarily be able to go full tilt, get the extension. Then they go to Ingram right away.
Brandon Ingram is a mismatch. Whoever you put on him.
A nightmare.
29-19. Pittsburgh. That's the first 2-point field goal for Duke.
Nice.
Arness, physical in there. He was a matchup problem underneath, and he takes advantage.
And, you know, Ingram did a great job pressuring the ball. Just bad defense at the rim.
Pittsburgh back to a 12-point lead. Kennard gives it up. Jones is back in with the 2 fouls. Thornton takes the baseline. Kennard, the jumper. He knew it was short. And it's rebounded by Young for Pitt.
Nice balance by Duke. Well, they've been able to get inside here with the dribble. Nice cross.
Robinson gives it up.
A little lingerie on the deck by James. If they execute, they'll be able to get good looks. There's a little curl off the box.
In the paint, it's 8-0 Pitt.
ISO.
Young leans in on Plumlee. Tapped over to Luther, rejected by Ingram. Out of bounds.
He didn't even have to elevate with that long wingspan. And that's what Luther does well, though. Gets in position to do some damage. And just nice slide by in the right spot, but negating some length. Ingram.
Rafael Maya is in. Luther takes a seat for Pitt. Plenty of time to work with on the shot clock after the block. We approach 6 minutes to go in this first half. Pitt up 31-19 against number 15 Duke.
Nice little bend with the guard screens and it pops out. Great defense again by that length of Ingram.
Air ball from Robinson, out of bounds. Young couldn't save it for Pitt.
At this time of year, everybody knows exactly what the opponent is running. That's a little horn set. The guard gives a bump to the opposite side, then pops out. But great coverage by Ingram.
Pittsburgh's averaging 77.6 points per game, the most that they've ever averaged under Jamie Dixon. Allen is back in. Allen, nice looking shot from Allen.
Yeah, we talk about the length of Ingram. He's got some great arm length too. Great footwork, spin back and knockdown.
4.4 points per game as a freshman, just under 21 points per game as a sophomore. And it's a 10-point lead for Pitt.
But last year watching him in practice, he knew he had a big upside. Step back, how about that?
Jamel Artis is locked in. 10 points for Artis. Combo forward, physical, tough. Jones weaves his way and puts it off the window.
A vet really knows what to do. Widens for those threes. Good use of the bounce.
So Duke has settled down after the slow start, but Pittsburgh maintains the double-digit lead. Double team from Allen. Young gives it up to Robinson.
A pretty good job by Plumlee, too. They're moving him away from the rim, see if they can beat him with the bounce. Nice screen. Oh, what a screen by Maya on that weak side. Terrific use of the hands by Duke.
Sheldon Jeter playing with 2 fouls will check in. Michael Young will head to the Pitt bench.
Chris Jones, one of those guys that can beat him with the dribble a little bit too, bring some excitement.
10 to shoot. Robinson goes long for Jones. 7 to shoot. Jones against Allen. The crossover. Jones. The runner doesn't go. Rebound tracked down by Maya. Led the Ivy League in rebounding 3 straight years, and it leads to a bucket from Jeter.
Best time to get a good look, whether it's a 3 or an open jumper. Offensive rebound, kick out.
Pittsburgh is number 1 in the ACC in rebounding margin, 8.4 per game. 35-23. Thornton tried to penetrate, coughs it up. Jeter! All the way! Send it in, Sheldon!
We're in Pittsburgh! Where's Milton Berle? You stole my line. Oh, this is the zoo.
My fellow Americans, they say we're a nation divided.
That's not true. We agree on a lot.
Like Paul Rudd. Everybody loves Paul Rudd.
Didn't know this was going to happen.
Man, he may be one of the best in the league, and that is Jeter. Meyer runs it down around the horn, an opportunity. Get the puppies organized and drill him. He likes his offense, but here, Duke is one of those teams that's great at making your turnovers into baskets. Conversely, Pitt takes advantage and send it in. Where are you, Jerome? He was going to be here today, I was told.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Wasn't feeling good, stayed at home, but you brought back some great memories, Bert.
An ode to Jerome Lane.
Very nice. Spectacular.
Yep.
Nice hands again. They're really doing a good job defensively, aren't they? Jeter doing it at both ends.
Mike Krzyzewski has been so proud of his team's toughness, the way they've been able to grind out wins, find ways. They are in a 14-point hole, and there's a reason why Ingram is so well regarded. Just calmly goes out and hits a three-pointer at 6'9", 190 pounds.
They do a great job with that little ball screen and replace action.
11 points now for Brandon Ingram in the first half. Artis is in double figures. Offensive rebound, Jones. Can't finish it around the rim. Rebound, back to Jones. Plumlee a factor there. Jones, relentless. That won't go. Rebound, Jeter, short.
Well, I thought he got fouled. Plumlee, how about the toughness hanging in there? Woo. Marshall Plumlee will screen and roll, and it's amazing how well that play works. You do bite a little bit on the roll guy. You give an open look.
It is 19-6 off the glass in favor of Pittsburgh. The flip by Robinson doesn't go, but a foul on Plumlee.
How about the effort? And Jamie was saying this is one of the difficulties. They really do a great job of the offensive glass, but converting is the real difficulty. And probably gets a little bit of a whack in there, but hangs tough. And it's just such an aggressive play. It's going to pay off. Oh. Relentless on the glass.
James Robinson, 77% of the free throw line.
Yeah, the old days when Ben Hallam was here, they really set the tone for the type of defense they wanted. Of course, now he's at Mississippi State, had a big win yesterday against South Carolina, and Jamie's continued that. I think the difficulty of watching him is the offense. A little bit of a struggle, maybe not a real deep post-up kind of a guy. They got to manufacture it. Sounds like you when you walk in the house, by the way.
Yeah, I'm used to that reaction.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't unnerve me at all.
Nice cross.
Allen loses the ball, but it bounces off of Artis out of bounds. 2:33 to play in the first half. 18 to shoot for Duke.
Well, Grayson Allen is one of those kids, squares those shoulders. He attacks as well as anybody. We'll guard around and they get the offense, which is Maya with the reach in.
So it'll work against Maya. Coming up, AT&T at the hat. Greg Gumbel, Clark Kellogg, Seth Davis. Highlights from today's early action. Xavier and Seton Hall, Penn State and Michigan State. Plus tournament talk. Who's in, who's out. Coming up, AT&T at the half. 16 fouls against Pitt. Ingram one-on-one with Maya. Turns the corner and will not get the continuation.
Boy, that's a mismatch in your dreams. Having Maya with the lack of foot speed against the swift-footed, long-legged Ingram.
And that's 2 on Rafael Maya. The R sounds like an H, really.
I think you just make it up.
No, I don't. I follow the pronunciation guide.
Are you suggesting I don't?
No, I'm suggesting that you didn't believe me when I mentioned it.
I'd like to follow this guy's example. Oh, what a terrific talent. Great poise and calmness as well. Something we can learn from.
4 straight state titles at Kinston, North Carolina. Jamie, take your pick there.
Jamie with the football look there.
I think I saw Nicki Minaj as well, so that's always a nice blend. You familiar with Nicki Minaj, Billy?
You stay current.
Okay. Deflected and a turnover.
Just don't want to feed Duke, get them going. They're terrific at closing out half. A little key time, I think, for Pitt the next 2 minutes.
Trying to get it to single digits here. Allen thought about it. The offense has run through Ingram. Kick. Allen. Long 3, short.
Nice play by Kennard.
Rejected. Cheater by Michael Young. That was a grown man's block.
How about that? Jeter there to be got it out of his hand. The reaction. A terrific offensive thrust though by Duke. Kennard kept it alive, and then the great negation at the rim. David Johnson in now. Little length on Allen.
Thornton in the game. He replaces Jones, protecting him with 2 fouls. Ball movement. Thornton doesn't take the 3. Instead, takes it with the left hand.
They're unselfish. A lot of other guys would have made a mistake. Allen wisely dispersed. Great location.
Last meeting was January of last year, a 79-65 win for Duke. Tyus Jones had 22 points to lead the way.
What a year they had, huh? Tyus running the show. Some other good guys with it, too.
Contact. Ingram takes the hit, and it's going the other way. Foul on Young with 1:16 left in the first half. That's number 2 on Young.
And Bert, this is what Duke's all about, though. The last couple of minutes, toughen up defensively. And whether you like the call or not, all of a sudden it's going to go the flow their way. And get some offensive opportunity. Getting in touch, only 9 down now.
And it's 7 turnovers for Pitt. We'll get a change here as Alonzo Nelson Adoda will check in, replacing Young. So as well as Pitt has played, the lead is down to 9. Duke's got a chance to cut into it even deeper with 1:12 to play in the first half.
Yeah, Pitt playing with a lot of emotion, a lot of sound judgment, but Nice look. Another tough, not an easy catch for Plumlee, though. He was turned the other way. But they run that as well as anybody. Middle screen, the ability to get yourself right in the rim. And you just see a little bit wide right of his reach.
Billy, that's 7 Duke turnovers. They average 10.1 per game. That's good for 11th fewest in the country.
Yeah, they're very good with the basketball over the years.
Under a minute to go, first half. 39-30 Pittsburgh. Luther trying to feed the post. Allen steps in front. Allen long strides, and he's fouled by Luther.
Not a bad giveaway, though, but great denial. 3-quartered in the box area. You got to charge. You got to turn over. You don't want to give this terrific Duke team a lot of opportunities, but just a great job here being in position, and Luther knows it's a basket, so he doesn't give the giveaway. Good job getting in front with the arm.
So free throws coming for Grayson Allen.
Oh, they're going to check it. I don't know. Well, I guess it's protocol. I'd bump you in the cafeteria line harder than that, though.
In fact, earlier today, you really wanted that chicken.
I had things to do.
Grayson Allen hit the deck, but it didn't seem to be overt in any way.
They're going to continue play. Interesting listening to Mike talk about this team, how special every team is, and how as the season progresses, their identity and personality surfaces. Amazing what he's been able to do.
36 years as the head coach at Duke.
I would have been nicer in his Army days if I known he'd be this good.
That's right. Grayson Allen shoots it at 84%. It's now an 8-point game.
Next trip, I think, is big for Pitt. Got to get to the foul line somehow. That means dribble drive to the rim or post up.
2 out of 2 for Allen. This is a 9-2 run for Duke.
And Duke knows how to play the whole game, and you got to match that.
And that's been an issue for Pitt, even against Louisville the other night. They had a lead late in the first half. They had a lead in the second half. Couldn't finish the deal. Luther, foul was called before the release.
I think it was Plumlee on that little giveaway.
And that's number 2 on the 7-footer. There has been a Plumlee at Duke since 2008.
Since the Eisenhower was president.
That's right. Miles, Mason, Marshall.
And you got to know Mason a little bit in Brooklyn,
Oh,
right?
sure. Great kid. Now in Portland, playing very well for the Blazers. Miles, a member of the Milwaukee Bucks.
All of them got better and better.
So now a 2-second difference, shot clock to game clock.
Here's a good move now. Get the last one.
Robinson against Thornton.
Offensive glass, big, Pitt excellent in that category. They're playing a little bit small right now, Duke.
7-point lead for Pitt. 10 to shoot. Robinson hands it off. Artis. Shot clock's down to 5. Luther swings it. Open man. Jones a 3. Short. Rebounded by Ingram. 2 seconds. 1 second. Thornton gets it off. End of the first half in Pittsburgh. And the Panthers with a 39-32 lead against the number 15 team.
Duke plays the whole 40. You got to hang tough.
Well, for Pittsburgh at 19-8, most believe currently on the bubble. They'll still have 2 more games in the ACC. They wrap up on the road against Virginia Tech and Georgia Tech to end the regular season. ACC tournament will be in Washington, D.C. starting March the 8th.
Pretty.
Robinson, short, follows it all in one motion, but can't finish it. Maya tries to knock it off of Ingram.
He did.
And he does. Maybe not the initial plan, but on the second attempt.
This. Coming on, sealing the deal there. Mike shaking his head. That was an opportunity for them to get a little bit of a run out. Everybody had turned in the dark shirts to go the other way. Boy, Robinson getting in the lane there. Pulled the string a little bit. Easy, pretty good. A little high-low. Perfect.
Inside on a rack attack. Michael Young.
Maya with the delivery. And boy, they read the mismatch with Allen.
41-32 Pitt. Allen defended by Jones. They've held Allen in check. Thornton, kick out. That's a long 3. Rims out. Rebounded by Young for Pitt.
The kids that can play loose, though, they get that open look. They're not afraid at all to try and knock it down. Maya really in low.
Drop step and a travel.
A really good understanding of walking your guy up the lane to set this up, and Maya with the size to make the delivery. Plenty of room to drop step and send it in, big fella.
Allen goes cross court through the hands of Thornton. He saves it. Just underway here in the second half. Pitt leads by 9.
Let's see if they get a ball screen to the empty side here.
Allen fighting through Maya. Allen stripped to the ball, and Pittsburgh is running a 3-on-2 developing.
Oh, good.
Young down the middle. Big finish.
Sniff here just in case, throws it off, and now you got an opportunity for the run. A little sloppy pass by Artis. Unfortunately, he got away with it. Young and alive, finishing it pretty strong. He's a little upset his dribble drive and creates an opportunity for the opponent.
Grayson Allen has been held to 7 points on 2 of 6 from the field. Pittsburgh, 17 field goals made, 13 assists. Off of the timeout.
There's that little dribble drive and replace.
Feed it to Plumlee. 8 to shoot. 2 minutes gone by, second half. 5 on the timer. Allen, aggressive. He's fouled.
I love when he goes to the rim, though. I mean, he is unabashed, taking a hit, trying to finish for 3.
So Pittsburgh opening up the second half much the way that they opened up the game, with a lot of fire and feeding off this crowd.
Great emotion and solid attack.
Tomorrow on CBS, the only thing smarter than a genius is a team of them. Don't miss a new Scorpion. That's tomorrow at 9, 8 Central, only CBS.
And Bird, what makes Duke very tough is Plumlee is very versatile. He moves around different areas, opens up the middle, very active screening, hiding on the baseline, and enables Allen and others to decimate with the bounce.
1 out of 2 for Allen, who's now 3 of 4 at the free throw line. It's a 10-point lead for Pitt.
And they love those post rubs on the baseline. Pick and pop.
It's Young on the receiving end. Drives in on Ingram. Ball got knocked free, out of bounds. And Pitt will retain it with 6 to shoot.
Ingram did a great job giving ground. Almost overpowered, but that length helped him.
Trigger man is the senior Robinson out of DeMatha High School. Robinson fires. Rims out. A push underneath. Young got his hands on it, and it was Thornton who put the body on the big man.
Well, that's his job, though. Try and stick the guy and only get that offensive rebound. A little overzealous.
First foul on Derek Thornton, Chatsworth, California native.
And look at Ingram's wingspan on that inbounds pass. He had good vision on anybody.
Duke is just getting crushed off the glass. No Emile Jefferson, a big part of it. Duke just tries to find ways to stay competitive in the rebounding category.
Pitt is terrific on that end, relentless with both ends, but offense, at least they're converting the opportunities on the offense.
Jefferson, 9 games for Duke. He was averaging 10.3 rebounds per game. And a foul against Jones. That's number 3 on Matt Jones, the junior from DeSoto, Texas. So an extended possession here for Pitt. Up by 10.
Well, this is going to be tough to get it in. They got a timeout. Just all Ingram. Just shadowy. The vision of the passer causes the TO for Jimmy.
Do you have to go?
I really do, sweetie.
How long will you be gone, Mommy?
Country, but a loss. 7th loss by the #1 team this season. 8 teams in the top 10 lost this week. Jaquan Newton suspended 3 games, a team violation. Kansas just keeps on rolling in the Big 12.
It's unbelievable. What's that, 12? Amazing what they've been able to do. You love that building, by the way, don't you?
I think it's #1.
It's a museum. I mean, it just feels so good when you're there. The history of the game. And with Ingram, one of those guys makes it awfully hard to get the ball in. Early in the year, Mike would have 2 guys on the inbounder. Now with Ingram, they just go with the 1.
Pittsburgh has missed 19 shots, but they have 12 offensive rebounds. Shot clock winding down.
Nice.
The give up. Jones the finish. Robinson kept the play going off the dribble.
His hesitation gave the opportunity to get to the rim by Jones. Pretty.
45-33 Pittsburgh. Maya shows defensively, and a foul called as he bumped Allen.
You don't count the house here on this dribble drive. Watch the hesitation and then the sprint. It's just really pretty basketball. Jones doesn't give up on the play, but the heady point guard out of Damata. Robinson with the delivery.
Maya sits. Sheldon Jeter replaces him.
You've made him famous.
Allen short. He can't find the range.
Going to the rim, I would suggest him get to the free throw line, get your confidence flowing a little bit. I think they got Ingram on a hold.
The paint points now 16-2 in favor of Pitt.
Now Bird check the baseline now with Ingram on the ball, and this leads to very tough catches. Usually they end up going deep and maybe the potential interception.
Robinson gets it to Jeter. Jones doesn't take the 3. Catch and fire, it's Young. Ingram came flying in and a foul called against Duke.
I think they got Jones again, if I'm not mistaken, underneath. But look at the arms up. That's unbelievable. You can't see the floor. It's just impossible. If guys don't cut, he's out of passing lane.
They give it to Ingram. It's his 2nd. 14th foul against Duke. 4 minutes gone by in this 2nd half. It's Jeter from the outside.
I'll tell you, he thinks offense. He's a confident player. Doesn't mind stepping out and shooting that 3.
And Raph, Pittsburgh has its largest lead, 15.
That's what he's got to do. And the bump.
Allen on the pass gets fouled. We step aside. CBS Sports coverage of NCAA men's basketball will continue after this message. And a record in the 2nd half, 9-2 by Pitt.
Now, if you're Pitt, you just can't relax. You got to still be aggressive. Conversely, Duke maybe a little more patience on the offensive end. They've had trouble with their dribble drive because of great Pitt containment.
Ingram on the perimeter.
Once again, able to keep them on the perimeter. Now a little giveaway.
He's fouled by Young on the outside.
He's clever, though.
That's number 3 on Michael Young.
Tough match for anybody because he's so multi-dimensional. Can play so many positions.
He's played center for this team. Power forward is where he's been lining up this season, with Maya starting in the middle. And Young will sit.
Ingram's not an easy guy to guard, though, because he does so many good things with the ball, without it.
Allen's jump shot is there.
Nice pull-up. When you can drive, you can control the guy. You know he can shoot it. Just a tough out.
Grayson Allen in double figures with 10. He and Jones
jousting.
Artis on a bounce. Luther just in for Pitt. Curls and connects.
Boy, he has really played solid basketball. What did Jamie tell you? Last year there were signs, right?
Last year they really wanted to redshirt him, but because of injuries he was forced into action. And now they've seen the confidence in practice translate to game day. 50-35 Pittsburgh. Thornton, 10 to shoot. The cross. Ingram lines it up. Off the back of the iron, it's tracked down by Jones for the Panthers. Duke is shooting 37%. Pitt is at 51% from the field.
But they've challenged all the shots. Pitt, nice give back here.
Jeter rims out.
This does some nice things. Good pocket pass.
Matt Jones has just one field goal attempt, 2 points. Gives it away. Robinson takes it in. And a foul called. Derek Thornton.
Well, they are really aggressive, though. Good, solid D. The challenge at the rim. And Thornton with a pretty good maneuver. Almost came up clean with it.
So James Robinson goes to the free throw line. 131st consecutive game for Robinson. Sam Young, all-time leader for Pitt, with 143. Thursday on CBS, catch a hilarious new episode of TV's #1 new comedy, Life in Pieces. That's after The Big Bang Theory, and it's here on CBS.
How many games for Robinson?
Robinson's 131 in a row, 130 that he has started.
He's got to go another 40 this year to catch you.
To catch me?
For 1 year.
Iron Man. 9 points, 6 assists for James Robinson on senior day. 52-35 Pittsburgh. Kennard gives it up. Jumper, Allen. He cans it. It's a triple.
That's what they do, though. They spread you out. They get a piece of the paint, a little sneak, a little peek to help. Bury you with that deep one.
13 for the Jacksonville, Florida native, Grayson Allen.
He's not afraid to take that deep one. Not his forte.
Robinson directing traffic. Luther on the outside. 8 to shoot. Loop it to Artis.
Good read. Allen at a disadvantage. Got over there late at the box.
Jamel Artis, long and athletic, and he leads Pitt with 12 points. Deep one. Kennard. Cano.
This is where Duke's going to have to strap it up here. Play some good D, challenge shots like that.
Sterling Smith is in. Graduated from Coppin State, so playing his final year of eligibility with Pitt. Out of Chico, California. Contact. It's going the other way. Brandon Ingram. Number 3 on Ingram.
Secondary defender with a great read. A terrific defense. Just stay with your guy. And he was there before he elevated. It was just terrific defense, getting some assistance from your partner.
16 fouls on Duke. Ingram's got 3.
Jeter does so many good things for this team.
Damon Wilson back in.
And Robinson gets that blow now. They get some water on the floor.
So it's Jeter, Artis, Wilson, Smith, and Luther. For Duke, Allen, Jones, Thornton, Kennard, and Ingram. 16-point lead for Pitt.
Little stack set now.
Smith gives up his dribble, needs some help. Luther, 9 to shoot.
Good defensive trip thus far. You don't want to foul now if you're Duke.
Stepped on the sideline, and Pittsburgh turns it over. A disjointed offensive set.
And that's where Duke's going to have to tee it up. Get tougher, and make each trip painful. I think they're going to move the ball a little bit more on offense. Maybe settling on occasion. They really let guys have a lot of confidence. You feel good. Get an opportunity, step in for that shot, take it.
Each team has turned it over 10 times. Kennard. Kick it. Ingram a 3. Jones, the offensive rebound, and a foul called. Jones is heading to the free throw line for Duke.
Yeah, they got to move the defense around a little bit. They get better looks, too. The Pitt has been solid.
Pittsburgh and Duke. Jamie Dixon His team needs this one badly. On the program's first national championship.
I was not there, but how about the ability to contain the dribble? The first thing Jamie said to both of us, and in practice, the ability to create problems and get runouts. Look at this, a little scrape, little piece, the fill, and the conversion. A little sloppy little handle, but the accomplished finish at the end.
Third foul against Chris Jones. Pittsburgh 5th team foul, and it sends Matt Jones to the free throw line where he shoots it at 70%.
Or did you get the feeling yesterday that the sense of urgency comes up with Pitt?
No doubt.
And they work so hard at don't let guards get in the lane. Just prevent that opportunity. And that has been the reason they've been able to set the pace right here.
Jones sprained his left ankle against North Carolina. They got the win. He missed the next game against Louisville, a loss, then played 34 minutes against Florida State, a win for Duke. 54-40 Pittsburgh.
The automatic switch on that baseline rub.
Feed it inside. Jeter off the back of the iron. Jeter tracks it down and scores on the interior.
What a factor this kid is. A mismatch at times when they switch. The ability to score around the rim.
A physical wing, willing to do the dirty work, transferred from Vanderbilt. And Jeter has given them a nice push off the bench. 16-point cushion for Pitt. Thornton for Kennard.
Boy, this defense has been great. And they get a bump here, but active, containing, and Jeter. Oof. You name it, this kid has been able to do it, whether it's stepping out, aggressive, loose ball, going his way, the ability to finish with that left hand. This is a deep team. They play a lot of guys. They play with a lot of confidence. Pitt, you might think they might be wearing Duke down at this point.
Jones sits, replaced by Cameron Johnson. 16 fouls against Pitt. Ingram hands it off to Allen. Under 11 minutes to go now, second half. Jones, the stroke. Count it. It's a three.
That's his game, Bird. Widen out, and they collapse the D with the aggressive maneuver by Allen.
Matt Jones, only 2 field goal attempts. He's made both of them now, 7 points.
They had those 2 fouls early, rested a lot in that first half. They've done a nice job getting it. What a cut by Robinson.
Robinson off the feet from Luther.
Terrific vision by the big guy.
The paint points now 22-2 in favor of Pitt. 58-43 Panthers. Allen using the Kennard screen. There's a switch.
Nice cross.
Allen the cross. They got slapped away from behind and a foul.
The ability to get in the lane still prevails, but this is just terrific read. Now watch the denial as the post-up occurs. You don't get vision on the ball and the man, and look at the experience here by Robinson. Step and go, and at the Matha. And right here you got the high-low, lift the back. Allen has to pay attention to his guy.
Duke is 9 of 10 at the free throw line. And they are in the bonus the rest of the way. Front end of the one-on-one goes for Allen.
Remember, their ability to make threes, the big thing for Duke is to play defense. Just communicate a little bit better. Try not to get involved in the mismatch size-wise, particularly in the box area. They've been exploited by Pitt. Nice denial on the open. How about this?
Put it on the board. Kennard, a three.
Knockdown Reed. Steady Luke.
58-48 Pittsburgh. The lead is down to 10.
Against Duke, no lead is insurmountable.
Johnson on the outside. Luther now with 10 to shoot. Pittsburgh spread to the floor.
Got to get to the rim.
Luther drives. Luther denied and a foul.
I think Ingram switching to D by Mike Krzyzewski. He hasn't won 5 NCAA titles by just falling asleep. That's number 4 on Ingram. That changes a lot as Plumlee comes in. A terrific block at the rim, but they got him way before.
Free throws here for Ryan Luther. Grew up 25 miles north of Pittsburgh. Out of Gibsonia, Pennsylvania. Jones in. He replaces Cameron Johnson.
With your in-depth research, how far is that from downtown Pittsburgh?
Well, it depends on who's driving you, Bill. I think I could do it in like 22 minutes. Luther's twin brother Colin plays at Elon as Ingram is now on the Duke bench. Both teams are over the limit, and Pittsburgh's got a 59-48 lead on Duke. Duke is up to 40% shooting. Pittsburgh allowed Louisville to shoot 52% in the loss the other night. Thornton's a jumper. Doesn't go. Rebounded by Jones.
I think Kennard's got to do a lot of action the next couple of trips. Take over, be positive. They've asked him to become more involved in the game, and he has at times. What a talented guy.
Kick out. Jeter, a difference maker.
I know he can't play shortstop, but he can play any place he wants in this gym today.
Sheldon Jeter. 11 points, 5 rebounds. Kennard drives in on Artis. The help from Luther. Kennard, the pirouette. Kick out for Thornton. The three ball doesn't go. It's rebounded by Jones.
That's why you got to stay at home, and it makes it helpful to the drivers because everybody knows your guy can make them. Thornton unable to convert that trip.
Billy, Duke has attempted 25 three-pointers, 12 attempts from two-point territory. 61-48 Pitt. Robinson spins. Luther will fire. He's got it. Ryan Luther.
He's
from Gibsonia.
20 minutes away. That's his 7th three of the year. 7 of 15.
64-48 Pittsburgh. The zoo is alive. Deflected. Artis almost had a steal. Allen hits the deck. Needs help.
They get a timeout? No, he's out of bounds.
On the sideline. Turnover Duke.
You just love college basketball because of the emotion. And then when you take the emotion onto the floor and you illustrate such poise and fire, this is just an exceptional effort as Mike now goes 2-3 with Ingram with the foul problems and struggling at the other end. See the little change of work, but you got to come up with a rebound.
Jones the board off the Robinson miss and a foul called.
I think it was on Allen.
Well, Duke entered action at 10-5 in the conference, 21-7 overall. Pittsburgh at 8-7. This would be win number 20 for Pitt, but more importantly, a win over a top 25 opponent. That's what's eluded them. 0-6 in that category.
Absolutely. They got plenty of chances. 2 more games, then you got your tournament. And of course, you think of Wake Forest this week and Carolina for Duke. Truly one of the great rivalries, huh?
And this is the largest lead of the day for Pittsburgh. Plumlee now on the bench, replaced by the freshman Chase Jeter. 8-0 run since Ingram picked up his 4th foul.
Got to catch it.
Jeter through his hands. Turnover Duke.
Well, that's one Chase has got to get. Be ready. A nice dribble drive. Taking advantage of these minutes now. Very helpful for Jeter as they approach tournament time.
This is Duke's largest deficit this season. 12 turnovers for the Blue Devils. Robinson knocks it down. It's a 3. It's an 11-0 Panther run.
Bird, this just proves you got to be ready every game. And this team playing with a lot of Allen really settling deep. How about that? The range this kid has. A silencer of sorts. They have been on him all game.
Grayson Allen connects on the triple. 69-51 Pittsburgh.
There's still a 2-3. Got to acknowledge the shooters. Robinson on the other wing looking for it. Giveaway by Thornton.
So Thornton picks up the foul on the outside for Duke. That's number 3.
How appropriate on senior night. A guy that's run the show here for 4 years, filling it up from deep, and on the other end, Big-time performer, All-American. Stats to back it up. Struggle for him and Duke thus far today.
Thornton will take a seat. He's replaced by Ingram playing with those 4 fouls. Artis at the strike. 78% shooter. Pitt is 11 of 14 at the free throw line, 79%. They shoot 76% as a team. That's number 1 in the ACC.
Can they grow from here is the big thing with Pitt. Their final games will tell you a lot about them.
Duke allows 71 points per game. Pitt's already at 71 with 6 minutes and change left. Allen short on the jump shot. Scooped up by Robinson.
Artis and Young handle the ball pretty good, though, don't they?
They do.
Use them in a lot of different dimensions. Jones with the slip.
4 of their 6 losses against ranked opponents have been by double digits. So decisive losses. Artis. He buries it. It's a 3. Everything is clicking for Pitt.
This is one now where you just want to run your stuff and compete if you're Duke. This is just an onslaught by Pitt. Needed it more. One nice kick.
Allen off the mark from 3-point territory. Robinson with the rebound on the weak side.
Well, the more you watch Kennard, you realize he's a heck of a passer. You know he can do those other things.
Pitt is shooting 54% overall, 50% from 3-point territory. It's a 16-3 extended run.
They put it together the second half, too. Same kind of emotion.
Contact. It's going the other way. Jeter takes the hit from Luther.
They really moved the ball nicely, Pitt, against the zone. And here, a little step, a little bang-banger. I guess they showed it on the big screen. Fans didn't like it. Boy, what a lift this kid has given him coming down the home stretch. Ingram, the one that really hurts the Duke. They got a bench warning, maybe. Oh, technical.
Wow. Technical foul has been called against the Pittsburgh bench.
Spelled D-I-X-O-N, I would say, right?
Well, you got the smile from Jamie Dixon after the call.
Can't blame Brandon Knight if he's a Seton Hall prep kid. They don't talk like that. Get after the officials. Of course, his dad, Mel, was one of our first co-captains.
Brandon's dad.
Yeah. Brevin's dad as well.
That's right. Brevin Knight. Brenda, tremendous player at Stanford. Long-time NBA career as well. Allen now has 20 points for Duke. Ingram playing with those 4 fouls. Travel.
But look at Jamie before. That's as calm as we've seen him yesterday. I've never seen him that jacked up.
He was bared up.
He was ready to go. He was ready to take on Tyson, Eagle, you name those big heavyweights.
In that order. Pittsburgh is 18-0 this season when they score 70 points or more. They have put up 74 here today. Artis. Short. Rebound. Ingram knocks it over to Allen. Second half, Duke has 5 field goals, 6 turnovers. Kennard. Ingram. Oof, the snatch inside. And the deuce.
That's the way to play, though, coming down the stretch. Great push by Allen. Kennard widens out, gets a great look. And the big fella, looming large at the 10.
Well, Duke's a team that takes a lot of threes, but they have not been able to get anywhere near the rim on their own drives or off offensive rebounds.
Yeah, this is a team with a lot of pride, too. They're just not going to stand out there. They're going to compete regardless of the score.
Under 4 minutes to play now. Artis, ball fake. Robinson, that's a deep 3.
Tick.
Ryan Luther working the offensive glass. 10 points for the sophomore, Luther.
Just provides a little lift in different areas. Doesn't need the ball, doesn't need shots. You got Ingram there in the box. There you go.
Ingram, mismatch against Robinson. Ingram backs his way in and earns a trip to the free throw line after the timeout.
Luther, a guy that coming into this game, a little smile on Dixon's face, a little tip, a deft touch. We saw him step out and make a three. Give Sonia's favorite son. Brilliant. Solid for Pitt. He runs out and wins the Big Ten tournament. You know, Miami, another club you've got to look at. And don't forget about North Carolina. And by the way, this Duke team, this is a team we don't want to play. And Wake has to play them another couple of days. One of those, this is not the Duke team you're accustomed to seeing. Did not perform as well. And coming in here, we're a team who needs it more.
Final two games will be home for Wake Forest and then the rematch, Duke and North Carolina, to end the regular season in the ACC. 3 minutes to play.
Nice high-low. Pretty good defense there.
Kennard steps in for the steal. 19-point lead for Pittsburgh.
Now, they have been great. Offensive rebounds. Pitt's been 16 offensive rebounds. Duke's only had 16 all told on both ends.
Ingram misses on the three-point try. Ingram is now 5 of 13 from the field, 17 points. .12 to shoot. Robinson. Ingram cuts off the angle. Shot clock's down to 6.
Nice cut by Jones.
Jones running out of time. They don't get a shot off. Jeter too late. Coming up tomorrow on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, From the Good Wife, Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Plus, later in the week, John Stamos, Chrissy Teigen, and Octavia Spencer. All new Colbert, only CBS. Kennard with the right hand.
Yeah, he can do that. You get back to Durham. Get back doing the things you do best.
Jones lines it up. Rebounded by Kennard.
And you know, a week away from comments, too. You know, with the Allen situation, I think that has some quiet effect on the team, the psyche. Just go back, refresh themselves, get organized.
Derek Thornton knocks down the three. And some window dressing here in Pittsburgh, 76-60. Artis took a shot from Jeter, rebounded by Kennard. Duke rushes up the floor.
Nice
Kennard.
pass.
Kick out. Thornton, the penetration. Left hand comes off the rim. Jeter couldn't save it for Duke. And Pittsburgh taking the air out of the ball. Fans on their feet at the Pete.
Great respect. I'll tell you, these kids deserve it, too. Well, we can put the seniors in now, Bird. Lesak coming in.
One of the seniors honored earlier today. And now Jones will sit for Pittsburgh as well. Robinson will remain in there, his final game here at home. Mike Lesak, redshirt senior, will he get a shot off? Against Grayson Allen, he will. Off the rim. He was making a bunch of them in practice yesterday.
He's all smiles. He wants another chance at it.
Kennard, the jumper. Rebound. Lesak can't save it. Out of bounds. Shot clock turned off. 27.7 left on the clock.
Take Robinson out now, I think.
He'll get a hand.
Yeah, well deserved, too.
Sterling Smith in. And the reaction for James Robinson. All-time leader in career starts in Pittsburgh basketball history. Tremendous career and an embrace with his head coach, Jamie Dixon.
A lot of admiration for what he's been able to do by the coaches. Drive by Allen here.
That's 22 points for Grayson Allen, 1 point above his season average. Lisak dribbles out the clock. Pittsburgh feeling confident that they will punch their ticket to the NCAA tournament. The Panthers needed a statement win, and they get it against Duke. 76-62, the final. For Bill Raftery and the rest of our CBS crew, I'm Ian Eagle. So long from Pitt. The Panthers get it done over Duke. Stay tuned. Game 2 of our doubleheader is coming up. Iowa at Ohio State. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports. We'll send you to Greg Gumbel in New York coming up after these messages.